Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by the law offices of Ogle, Elrod, and Brill. Workman's comp, family law, personal injury cases, whatever your need, whatever your issue that you're facing, go into it with a team of professionals behind you, with you. Ogle, Elrod, and Brill is a group to call. They can help you through any trouble you're currently dealing with, and they can help make the issues a lot more palatable to deal with. Go into it with experts, the law offices of Ogle, Elrod, and Brill. All right. And don't forget to join us this afternoon on sportsource.tv. Our overtime segment is coming up this afternoon. We posted on there. All you have to do is follow us on Twitter. You see the little Twitter thing right there beneath us. Follow us on Twitter, and I'll tell you when we're going to post that. I'll let you know when it's up there on sportsource.tv. Today's topic, should the Power 5 conferences, and we already know Mike's take, play against one another and no one else? Should the Power 5 conference teams only play against each other? We'll discuss that. We'll put it on the website later today. All right. The SEC handed out an enormous amount of money this week. We have a slide here, their revenue growth over the past 4 or 5 seasons. Look at that. Now, that shows you what this is. The impact of this is the CBS contract, the ESPN contract that were signed in 2008, kicked in 2009. If you want to know why Mike Slive is viewed as a hero around the SEC, look no further. $300 million, that's roughly $35 million, or that's $20 million per school, basically $21 million. The SEC network will launch in about 75 days. If and when it reaches full distribution, that could be worth another $500 million a year, okay? So it'd take you to about 809, and that would be an extra $35 million or so per school. That would actually be enough money that Tennessee would get out of debt. But as of today, only AT&T, UVerse, and Dish Network are set to carry it. As sports guys and sports fans, do you plan to switch your television provider if your current company doesn't pick up the SEC network? They're counting on a lot of people to switch. Would you switch if the SEC network isn't on your system?
I wouldn't right away, but somebody in my family would. You know, my sister would, or my father would.
Okay.
And I won't say who my service provider is, but I was on hold with DirecTV for about 20 minutes the other day, and I finally got to ask them that question.
That's good, Chuck. And next week we will not be brought to you by DirecTV. Mike.
I will not. My provider is not online yet, but just initially I'm not. I'm not going to go to the trouble of having them come out and take the dish off my house or whatever, so no.
I wouldn't switch either because I think eventually all these groups will get it. But I think there are some people, though, if there are some fans out there that if those first 2 Tennessee games, they're not going to have them, I think you'll have some people dialing up. Will you change?
No, I will not change because my provider is very similar to Chuck's. And I put the NFL above this. I'll find a way to watch this.
I wouldn't change. It's probably going to be an 11th hour decision where a couple of them will come on board, but somebody's going to go into the season. I wouldn't change, though. Go to a sports bar, find another way to see it.
Okay. So we won't be brought to you by AT&T, UVerse, or Dish Network either next week. Final thought, guys, very quickly. I'm just going to throw 30 seconds. SEC Nation. That's the live 2-hour traveling SEC pregame show that's going to compete with College Game Day. That's going to be teamed by Joe Tessitore, Tim Tebow, and Paul Feinbaum. Thumbs up, thumbs down to that group going to a different SEC game. I'm not a fan either.
Yeah.
Thumbs down.
Tebow, you like it?
No, I like Tim Tebow, but that's it.
I do too, but he's going to be such a he'll be so milquetoast. He will not say anything critical.
Yeah.
One Paul Feinbaum overrides like if there were 6 Tim Tebows, so no.
Marcus Spears is going to be in that too, but since I don't know who Marcus Spears is, I didn't include him. Joe Tessitore is going to be your host. All right, we'll see you right back here next week at 11 a.m. on the Sports Source. Thanks for joining us.
The views expressed in this forum do not necessarily reflect those of WATE 6 or of 6 Sports. This has been a paid program.